But man, there's five key differences between being a grown man and being a little boy. And this is more than just age. This is more than just, how grown you are, how old you are. This is a mindset thing. You can be 30 years old, but still have that little boy mindset. You haven't grown up yet. You haven't matured yet. And these are five ways or five differences between being a man and being a little boy. And if some of these resonate with you, like, it's time to change, it's time to level up, it's time to work on these things and get better with them. And the first thing is, like I talked about yesterday, responsibility. A man takes responsibility for his actions, for his life, for his results, for his mistakes. Like, he knows he's in control. No matter if something goes good, no matter if something goes bad, like, he takes responsibility for his life. While a boy, he blames his, life on everybody else. He makes excuses. He turns the blame on everything else except himself, whether it be his parents, his friends, his girlfriend, his system, the environment he's in, the school he goes to, the city he's from, like anything except himself. He's making excuses and he's turning blame on everything except himself. He's not taking responsibility. That's what a little boy does. A man takes responsibility. A man does not make excuses. Because like I said, he knows he's in control of his life. How successful he becomes, the best version of himself. Like, he's in control of that. He makes the option every day to wake up and work, wake up and grind, while a little boy just makes excuses of to why he can't do that, why he can't work up and grind, why he can't, work out, why he can't do this, do that. The little boy makes excuses. Real men say it's on me. No matter what happens, they say it's on me. They take responsibility for the things that happens in their life because they know they're in control. That's what a real man does. And number two is discipline. Discipline versus impulse. A man delays gratification. He doesn't need that instant gratification. He doesn't need that get rich quick scheme overnight. A real man puts in work. He stays consistent. He controls his urges. He has self-control. He fights temptations. He doesn't fall into these distractions. He doesn't fall into these temptations, whether it be women, whether it be social media, whether it be like any other distraction out there. Like, real men don't fall into those things. They delay their gratification. They put in work. They stay consistent. They grind until their time comes. While a boy wants it right now. A boy wants it quick. He wants the quick pleasure, the fast results. He doesn't want to be committed to anything. A real man is building an empire. A boy just wants it now. They're just chasing dopamine. They're just chasing that feeling of pleasure or feeling of, a little bit of fulfillment. But that fast fulfillment is not there your whole life. It's there. It's temporary. It's a temporary pleasure. It's going to go away after maybe a couple days, couple hours, maybe a couple months. Like, it's not going to be there forever. But a real man chases, that end goal. A real man chases being the best version of himself. Reaching their goals, reaching their dreams. They don't need it right now. They stay down till their time comes and they're trying to build an empire. Real men build empires. Real men stay disciplined. They delay that gratification. They don't want it tomorrow. They don't want it tonight. They want the end goal. They want to be successful at the end. Not right now. And number three is purpose. A real man has purpose. A real man wakes up with intention. They move with vision. They know what they want to do. They know how they want to do it. They have a purpose in life. Every move they make has a purpose. Every step they take has a purpose. While a boy, he drifts. He plays games all day. He waits for somebody to come give it to him. He wants to hand it to him. He doesn't want to put in work. He doesn't want to have a purpose. He doesn't have a vision or a plan to reach his goals or reach his dreams. Purpose gives you power. I made a video on that before. Purpose gives you power. Purpose gives you power. When you have a purpose, you have power. When you have a purpose, you have a vision. When you have a purpose, you have a plan for your life. A real man wakes up with purpose. He knows what he wants to do in life. He has his goals. He has his dreams, and he makes every step count. Every step has to count towards your purpose. So don't sit around and play games all day. Don't sit around and wait for somebody to give it to you, because nobody's coming to save you. Nobody wants to see you win. Like, it's all on you to go out there and do it. It's all on you to find your purpose and pursue that purpose or that passion every single day. Every single day. You got to make sure every step you take is going in the right direction. Like, every single step you take has to be part of your plan, has to be part of your vision, and it has to move towards your purpose. A real man has purpose. And number four is, man, a real man protects. He uplifts the people around him. He protects his people around him, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. He protects the ones he loves. He protects the people around him. His family, his friends, his girl, whatever. He protects the people around him. He uplifts the people around him. While a boy just takes from others. He wants to be bigger than everybody else. He wants to be better than everybody else. He takes others' energy. He takes others' love. He wants validation from others. He doesn't want to do anything for himself. A boy does not want to protect anybody around him. It's just all about him. While a real man leads, a real man lifts. A real man protects the people around him. But a little boy drains people around him. A little boy pulls away from others around him. He doesn't help them. He doesn't uplift them. And he doesn't protect them. But a real man does. And number 5 is integrity. A man is the one who's working behind closed doors. A man is the one who's doing things right when nobody's watching. He keeps his word. He keeps up with his promises. He lives by his principles. He lives by his values. He has integrity. He's built on integrity. And a boy, he just does it for approval. He does it so somebody talks about him. He does it for outside validation. A boy switches up depending on the crowd he's around. He's not himself around other people. A real boy hides behind a mask, like he has no integrity about him. He just does it because somebody's watching, but behind closed doors, he's not doing anything. If he's around this certain person, he's going to act the way. If he's around another person, he's going to act a different way. That's what a boy does. A real man is just himself. He does the right things when nobody's watching. He stays the same when nobody's watching. He puts in work when nobody's watching. He keeps his word. He keeps his promises, but a real boy doesn't. A real man is built on integrity. A real man prides himself on integrity. That's what a real man does. And these are 5 things that if it's hitting you hard right now, like it's time to change your mindset. If these things spoke to you, bro, like you have to do some soul searching and you have to think about like, is my mindset still a little boy? Or am I trying to become a man and trying to become the best version of myself that I can? If this video resonated with you, like it's time to change, it's time to work on these things and become a better you. Become the real man that your people need, become the real man that you need to be in your life. It's time to change that. But that'll be all for this video, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you like this video, go hit that sub button. We're on the way to 300 subs. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I'll see you on the next one.